Hi, welcome to Heavy Vehicle Inspection and Maintenance Cloud Platform. In this training video, it will be an overview of the web portal. So before we start on that, if you already have your account, you can log into the portal. And if you do not, you can visit heavyvehicleinspection.com or hvi.jrsinnovation.com. Or if you would like to see the same features, you can download the Android app on Google Play or the iPhone app from the App Store. Once you create your account with your email ID and a passcode, you would be able to log into all three platforms. And the portal can be used using any available modern browsers. For example, Google Chrome, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Safari. And in this training video, we have a Google Chrome browser screen. And in front of me, we have this demo application on the HVI portal. Now, before we get further details on the business functionality, what is being offered, the web portal is connected to the Microsoft Secure Cloud. So all of the customer business data that you do inspections, conduct the maintenance, maintain the inventory, spare parts, all of that information is kept on the secure Microsoft clouds. And that information is being available using the iPhones, iPads, Android phones, tablets, any laptop, desktop. So all possible communication modes where you could see the UIs, or you would be able to see the same set of data. And the information is being updated in real time. So for example, if one of your fleet member, operator, or technician, if they submit an inspection document or they request a maintenance, the information will get updated in near real time and it would come to this dashboard. So this is for the in-office people where you have liberty to open a laptop or desktop and can work with a keyboard and mouse, that kind of scenario. But exactly similar features are available in the mobile app, and which is a very, very powerful feature where in the Android app, you could see all of this information and your people doesn't have to be in front of a laptop or in big office. So that's a very powerful content in terms of how the overall platform is working. Now I'll come back to specific on this portal that as a starter customer, how would you interpret the tool? So on top section, there are icons which define the core business processes. The dashboard is overall summary, kind of a management statics where you can have a 50,000 view on overall how the maintenance is going on. Are there any particular issues? What are the future schedules for inspections, maintenance, and how the costing part is running on the machineries. The further sections include inspection. That means all the inspection documents submitted from the mobile apps, whether Android or iPhone, they would come in the inspection section. There's a work order, which is you could create a new work order using the portal, or it is initiated using the mobile apps, and that information is being available and synced here. The schedules are again based on the meter reading or the duration. There could be multiple schedules set beforehand for quarterly, yearly, and based on the manufacturer recommendations for the inspections and maintenance. Likewise, the rest steps are self-explanatory, the inventory, parts inventory, checklist. So before we click on those individual business use cases, On the top right side, we have four icons. The human icon indicate who is the logged in user because the application provide you role-based multiple login. The next to that is synchronize, which is in the event you would like to refresh the entire content, or this would do that. The power icon is log out, and then we have the full screen mode. So if you wish to see the content in the full screen, that would bring the background windows tabs, and it will bring the screen on the foreground. Now let me move to one of the tabs. So I would, let's say, go on the inventory. So when we click on this, the section highlights, which indicate which tab the user is currently in. And now here we see this is the grid where you have all of your equipments listed. And the top section is the place where you would edit or create a new record. And this couldn't be a consistent behavior across the tabs where some standard features I'm going to explain which are really helpful. So when you do a single click on any column, so if I'm on the meter, it gets little gray. That means that's our selection. If I move left on the vehicle name, it gets gray out. I do a single click and it opens a small area. What it does is it gives you an option to sort the entire column based on the alphabetically ascending or descending order. So we say give us the descending order that starts with the V, and I convert it with the ascending, so it's going to go with the start alphabet. And that behavior is consistent across all the tabs. If you go in the work order, parts inventory, inspection, each and every column would behave with this feature. And that's a very powerful feature when you are looking for some trends. The second part in that is the search feature. So when you have, let's say, a fleet of 200 machineries and you have 1,000 plus spare parts, this feature is very handy to quickly look up a record based on your memory. So here, if I just put cat, it's going to make sure that it does show me all the Caterpillar machineries. I can go ahead and want to check that how my Volvo machinery tools are there. So it makes it real simple to play with the tools based on our common practice. We can figure out the record real quick. Especially it's useful in the spare parts where we may remember only certain parts. And this feature works together. So that means we figured out the Volvo, and this icon indicate that the filter is still on. I'll go ahead and filter it for one more label. And I would say, okay, I want to filter for the operator mark. So it eventually work in multiple ways. You could get on the category that, okay, give me all the equipment of a certain category. I want to filter them based on some meter readings or maybe the current status. So it works out perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and take out this. So how would you take out the filter? You remove it and press enter. It brings that layer back. We have another filter here. We're going to do the same. Press enter. And it brings all the record. Now you still see this pyramid icon, which indicate that how this is being sorted. It's still ascending sort. If I go ahead and convert it, you would see a down pyramid, which indicate you still have a filter there. And now, would you see that the number of columns on the upper grid, there are way more columns than what you visibly see on the screen. So for that, we got a setting here. on the top left side, the gear icon, if I click on that, it's going to display me the list of all available columns. And based on my uses or how I identify the information, a user can select any of them in real time. For example, I do not want to see the operator names, but I want to see the model. So you see the model just got appeared. So it's very powerful and dynamic in real time. Instead of model, I want to just check the warranty information. So it just brings all that fine information for our visuals. So these are some of the core features that I wanted to highlight whenever you are interacting across the application. One more thing. So if you need to update a record, you see this light gray icon moving. On a single click, it gets selected. And this record gets filled up here. Right now it's excavator, and if I click on the loader, it turns to the loader. And this gives the opportunity to very simply change the records, to change any information related to that equipment. You may want to change the maintenance priority on that machine, its current status of the equipment, that is it in need of maintenance, is it flowing through the various status of that machinery. All of that can be changed easily, and once you do that, you can hit the update button and the information will get updated. Additionally, you can always take a copy of record and rename it. For example, if you got another Volvo loader, you could take this record, change the information like VIN number, vehicle number, and go ahead and insert it. So it will make a new record for that perspective. Now that is for the existing businesses. But if you are a new user and you would like to load the inventory without typing each and every item, you can always use the upload feature. So those two blue icons, upload CSV and sample CSV. In order to do that, you would click on the sample CSV, and this would download a spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and there you would have all the column names. Just fill up your equipment information, upload that CSV, and all of that information will get populated in the system. So it's a quick start for the businesses who are looking to get started without feeding each and every part. So that is in general overall the portal features. Now I would go to the inspection to demonstrate one more feature, that how would you see the PDF inspection reports. So for example, this inspection section, on left side we have the entire inventory of equipment. We can select that for this certain equipment, show me all the inspection document. And then on the right panel, it will bring all those relevant records to that machinery. I just want to see for the JCB. I click on the record. So what I have available for me is for this MSJ 486 vehicle. It's an inspection report submitted, which has some repair and replacement information. So the document indicates that the machinery needs those two repairs and the replacement of these two components. So this is the overall notes submitted by the inspector, and it indicates the overall condition. Is the vehicle safe to use, and does it require maintenance? Now here we can download that entire PDF inspection document by clicking this record. So it would go ahead and open that PDF in a new tab, and that is available to be seen. But when we see that, the document has a requirement, there should be a work order to be done, there is always a possibility to simply go ahead and initiate a maintenance. So in this case, for example, for this record, it says the maintenance is required. Now makes it a real simple step where we will click on this green button, create work order, and it will bring all those inspection items, the repair items being indicated, it will bring them here automatically. We'll create the work order number, we'll fill the vehicle detail, we'll set it to a status initiated, and set the work order priority. Based on the business case, you could change those parameters, the status of work order. You could go ahead and change the items. And based on the need, you could decide that do you want to do that, all of those items, or put certain items in different status and move with selective items under this work order. So this makes it very simple to track individual pieces during a large maintenance cycle where you do not want to hold and do everything as suggested. So you would do a selective maintenance on the given items and the system will track that information. Here you see this blue plus button that would help you to consume the parts in this. So when I click on this, it will give me the part list. And there it gives me possibilities that how many items I'm adding to the work order, and it will go ahead and add those spare parts from the parts inventory. So this is a fairly simple process to initiate the work order. You can put overall story for the work order. So in future, it will help you to remember how the thing's going on. And it will help you to do similar work order more speedily with this tracked information. On the costing part, there you would be able to put the labor charges. You can always have based on the employee rates and then generate the work order. So that's overall process where the intention of this training video is to familiarize you with the basic portal activities. How would you flow from screen to screen? What are the smart features that will help you to locate certain records real quick, sync the portal, or you are able to navigate from one tab to other, and you know how to behave in certain features. There's one more point that I would bring your attention is on the schedule. This is a real powerful feature available in the app where you're able to set the schedules for future, and system will make sure that it notify the technicians and all involved people with the app notification when it is time to conduct such notifications or the inspections. So there are two kind of schedules. One is for inspection and other one is to generate the work order. And based on that, inspection can be attached to a checklist. So when it is time to inspect, the inspector already know that what information or what inspection items he will go through, because this checklist is already attached. So the app will notify that you would have to conduct this inspection and following the checklist items. And at the result of that inspection, a PDF document will be generated that will have all the detailing based on the checklist and the condition of the overall machinery. So this helps to set up a quarterly inspections, safety inspections, general operational inspections, variety of inspection process to make sure that your machinery is up to date and it does record that information in the system. The second part is the work order, where one can add or detailing that what they want to maintain in this work order. So they will have a list of items. For example, in this work order, this is a bi-weekly lookup where they open and check inside the cab overall interior. So this is the work order item that should be done every given time. And another item is this. So these two items would be conducted as part of this work order. And this would be based on the duration. And the duration is decided that it should be done every month or half yearly with the frequency of 20. That means for next 10 years, this schedule will repeat by itself. Will provide the app notification that, hey, this work order is due, and these are the items that need to be done as part of the work order. And this process will keep repeating as given by the frequency. Likewise, we could do the meter reading. So there we can decide that, hey, every 3,000 miles, the machinery should be under the maintenance for so and so items. And the system will make sure that people are notified and the schedules start appearing. When such schedules are created, so we see that this is a new schedule being created. And when there is time, they would appear here. So it tells them that there is the upcoming schedule for tomorrow. And that schedule number 337 will have all the details on what would be the part of that schedule. This is the 337. And the user will have all the detail what they need to conduct as part of this. So that's overall in general review or real quick on the checklist. What you have paper-based checklist today, they can always be translated to this term where you would put the details. You would include a particular checklist item. You create a new checklist title and keep adding the items under that checklist. You could insert, update, or delete. So it makes it fairly simple to maintain the multiple checklists, and you could keep using them based on the uses. Or you can have a variety of checklists on type of equipment, or checklists based on the maintenance strategies. For example, you can have an immediate fix checklist, a productive maintenance checklist, a scheduled maintenance checklist, inspection checklist, or safety checklist, journal audit checklist. So all of that information can simply be maintained here. Now, any checklist that you create here would eventually be synced back to the devices. So if somebody is trying to do an inspection using Android or iPhone, they will have that checklist available to them. So it makes really powerful collaborative platform where back office is enabled with a lot of information, and your remote workforce is able to provide all the digital information and record keeping to maintain the safe operations and save the time in planning and collaborating among the people. So that is all for today's session. I want to appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a good day.